like I want to have a good relationship with my mother. She sucks.
Welcome everyone to Mental Health. It is Thursday. I am Dino the Jedi Marvel, as you can see right here, and beside me is Mr. Marco Torres of Upside Down Studios. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm fucking exhausted.
That is fair. So the topic that we're discussing today is physical activity. Because well, let's be honest, both of us don't do enough. Let's be, did you, okay, here, because you were in great shape when you were young and you were modeling and all that kind of stuff. Did you work out regularly, or are you just naturally an asshole? Like,
Well, first of all, I was the fat kid with the afro in high school. Nobody liked me. You know, I had to start doing illegal things and starting to hurt people just for fucking chicks to start looking at me. But then once I started working out a little bit, that's when I got my chance to become a model.
Yeah.
And me and my buddy BG, he was on a weight loss journey, and I was just, I just looked like marshmallows. So we put together we called it a psycho regimen, which like we worked out for 3 hours straight every day, but like it was like mad iron lifting straight.
Yeah.
Rocky type shit. I used to do sit-ups with a 45-pound weight on my chest.
Fuck.
And then the side to sides and shit, because that's how you get this,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then, I got a bad shoulder, so I couldn't fucking really work on my shoulders, so I had to do other things to get my shoulders a little bit broader.
Yeah.
And it was, and it lasted for a minute, but my mid-20s, early 30s, that was my heyday right there.
Yeah.
I still had hair, Dude, my hair was so pretty. Like I had braided dreadlocks because I refused to fuck up my hair dreading it, like real deal.
Yeah.
And like with them braided, it came down to my second set of titties.
Jesus.
Yeah, my hair was pretty. And then listening to the white people start dyeing my hair, and now this.
Damn white people. No, that's that's fair. I mean, this is the thing too, though, is that like I have never, like, I worked out in high school and stuff, and then I was doing like 2-a-days and stuff, and I would drop weight and everything, but I was just always big. So now that I'm like trying to lose weight and actually get physically fit, it's a weird experience. I'll tell you that.
I got blessed with being able to be in a bar at fucking 15 years old. So by 16 years old, not only was I DJing the bar, but I was getting served like a grown ass man. Dude, like every year was my 21st fucking birthday. Every year, because they would switch bartenders and shit. So every year it was a 21st birthday. And back before weed was legal, like I used to roll my blunts up the exact size of a Black and Mild, and I'd buy a pack of Black and Milds, and I'd easily take the little wrapper off just a tip, pop the Black and Mild out, I'd stick the fucking blunt in there. This way the barmaid would see me opening the pack, opening the blunt. I was smoking blunts in the bars all fucking night.
So hilariously, the first time I lost weight, I was 19 years old. I dropped 94 pounds in 3 months. It was destroyed my body. But then I was like, I was just turning 19 and we would frequent a few local pubs and stuff. And a few waitresses I got friendly with. We were first name basis. And then I came one day and I was like, oh, it's my birthday. And she's like, oh, let's get you a shot. She's like, how about Zambuca? I'm like, I hate it. Let's do it. She was a smoke show. And she was like, so now I've been there, and she's been my waitress. Like, I forgot my cell phone one day, and like she chased after me, and she's like, oh my God, you forgot your cell phone. I'm like, oh, that's no big deal, right? It was my dad's cell phone, but regardless. Actually, no, then it wasn't my cell phone. I should change that. But sure enough, she was like, oh, it's your birthday. And I think she was like, we had talked more. Hello, Victoria. we were talking more, and she was I think she was kind of interested. And I was also like, at that point, I was 240 pounds and I was gorgeous, right? I had hair, 6'2", you know, and she's like, so, what birthday is this? And I'm like, he's been serving me beer for well over a year. And I'm like, oh, I turned 19. And she went, the fuck did you say?
Well, now I got a question for you. You were 19 and 6'2". How tall was she?
Probably like 5'5", 5'4".
Yeah, so she was talking to your penis.
Yeah.
So she had no idea what your face fucking looked like. She was straight talking into the one-eyed pirate right there.
Yeah. Hello, Legacy Branch, and hello, little Timmy. What's up?
But like when I lost my weight, like when I first started losing weight, like I went from 250 pounds to 150 pounds in less than 6 months.
Mm.
Dude, the doctors thought I had AIDS. No lie, dude. Do you want to know what it is like to be a fucking new dad? To be laying in a hospital bed with your daughter next to you, your brand new fucking daughter, your old lady, and your mama, and the doctor comes in and says, "Sir, we're gonna have to give you an AIDS test." The fuck
For
you
real?
mean you're gonna have to give me an AIDS test, dude? You talk about
that is wild.
Yeah, you talk about fucking existentialism, like right there, like a whole fucking like them. And then that was back in the day, so it took a whole week to get your fucking results. Oh my dude, I left that hospital. I bought a bottle of 151. I called up my best friend. I sat and I cried like a little bitch drinking well, it wasn't even Jack Daniels back then. It was Bacardi 151.
Yeah,
dude. I drank that and cried like a little bitch, dude. Oh my god! But they never, the answer they gave me was acid reflux.
Oh.
Motherfucker! I had to go through a week of me thinking I'm ready to choke my old lady, and you, motherfucker,
Right.
Acid reflux. Tums is the answer. Tums.
That's right. Yeah, that's what you got. You got Tums.
But I mean, maybe it was just the universe. It was like, all right, you were the fat schlub all your high school years. We can at least give you some good looking ones. And then, like, for the longest time, I couldn't break 150. No matter what, like my last relationship I was in, I didn't start gaining weight until I got out of the relationship. No lie, like maybe a year or two after me and my ex broke up, then I started putting on some weight, and the dad bod started coming in. So fuck it.
I mean, that's fair. Like, this is the weird thing is you have a span of time. So I'm seeing this from a lot of people that are around our age, and they're like, I'm in the worst shape of my life. And I'm like, yeah, but you used to be fit. They're like, yeah, I was just fit. And I'm like, oh, you didn't do anything? They're like, no. I'm like, oh, yeah, well, that's what happens. And I'm like, bro, because I'll have people who are like, can you do this? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, what do you mean am I sure? Because I've always been fairly active. Like, even as a fat guy, my activeness was just moving my fat ass, right? Like, it was still like I would try and do stuff. And
you were spry.
Yeah, well, for 500 pounds, I was spry. There's no question there. But like, I remember last year, 2 years ago, we were helping with they were setting up a Christmas thing outside. So it was cold as fuck, and we're moving stuff, and they had a boat, okay? A boat on wheels. And we're talking about 40 feet long, wide like a boat, but it was on wheels. So I'm talking to another guy who's also a bigger guy, Kyle. You remember Kyle? And I go, okay. I go, you're taller, so because the boat was also high, and I'm like, can you see over where you're steering? He goes, yes, but you'll need to direct me. I'm like, that's fine. So I'm pushing. He's pushing and steering, and everyone's like, oh, do you guys need help? And I'm like, no, we got this. And then we just started moving it by ourselves, and everyone's like, yeah, no, everybody help them. They can't do that. And I'm like, what do you mean they can't do that? I'm like, we can do that. We're giants. It's not that's what makes it different. And even now, people are like, oh, can you lift that? And I'm like, maybe. And then because I'm like, that was like a whole thing with doing things, right? But now now I'm also prone to my back just turning into dust randomly.
think like that. You know, the mind and the spirit is willing. The bottom tells
Yeah.
you, the body tells you to go fuck yourself.
And the worst part is the will push you, and as soon as it happens, you're like, oh, I'm fucked for the next week. They're like, why? And they're like, I just threw out my back. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah. The only thing keeping me up right now is my own stupidity and fucking adrenaline. That's it. Yeah.
You know, the one I got lucked out, and a lot of people tell me, oh, they feel sorry for me or this and that. But see, when you're not brought up with love,
Yeah.
You replace that what you know should have been love with anger and rage
Yes.
and hate and disgust. Now a lot of people think that's a bad way to live. You know, it has its goods and its bads. But I tell you what, the adrenaline rush, especially when you out of spite, the adrenaline rush from spite, dude. Like for instance, I remember I had to pick up for my my ex's daughter.
Yeah.
A one of them big fucking sectional sofa things
Yeah.
that have the chairs that flip up on the end.
Oh yeah. Those are heavy. Yeah.
So, you know, I had my truck and my trailer, and I knew I had to go pick this up. They didn't tell me how big this motherfucker was. But luckily, it was in a warehouse. I was able to slide it out.
Okay. Yeah.
No problem. So I get to the fucking house. Where's everybody at to help? This got to go up steps into a fucking living room. Where? And I'm fucking asking Hope, where's Anthony? And then, oh, he's upstairs. He's getting ready. It's almost getting dark. Finally, I was already pissed that I had to put this thing on the fucking trailer myself. Dude, I lifted this fucking thing up on my back. And I'm at the second to the last step. Here comes Anthony. Oh my God. Do you need help with it? Get the fuck out of my way.
Bro, that was okay. I love when people are like, do you need help? You're like, I need you to get the fuck out of the way. That's what I need you to do.
I was help 20 minutes ago, motherfucker.
I think I told you a story. So we were moving. There were these sheds for this Halloween or this Christmas thing, and we had to move them. And I'm like, they weren't structurally sound enough that you could take a forklift and move them. You had to disassemble them, move all the walls, and then put it back together. Fine. So one of them had a window on one of the side walls. And which is it actually had a point and everything. And I'm like, okay. So I go in, I stand in the window, I lift it up, I put my two arms underneath it, and I pick it up and I just drag it probably about 200 meters. And a lady who had been nothing but fucking frustration the entire time. Can I help? I'm like, I just need you to get out of the way. Thank you. Just move. She's like, oh, I can. I'm like, don't touch anything. I got it. Just get out of the way. That's all I need you to do.
I fucking can't stand. I mean, and they did, I feel like they do it on purpose. I feel like they do that. They do it on purpose. But the overly helpful when they know they're not being helpful. Oh my fucking God, I hate that. Like, you sure you don't need help? You sure you don't? Do you know how to do this? No, get the fuck out of my way.
This is okay. So this is something that I think a lot of people don't realize is when you're lifting something extremely heavy, balance is paramount. Because I'm balancing, I'm using my strength to counterbalance certain parts of it. Okay?
The lever, it's balance and levers.
So the problem is, as soon as you unbalance me, I might fall, and this might fall on me, right? So it's like, yeah. Oh, can I grab this? Don't touch it. I got it. Don't touch it. Just leave it where it is, because as soon as you unbalance me, this is coming crashing down and possibly on my feet. I don't need that shit. You know, it's it's hilarious to watch when people are like, oh, can I help you with that? No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't. There's nothing you can do that will help. Let me do it. If I can't do it, then I have to restructure the entire process and then I can involve you. Otherwise, just stay over there and just be out of my way. Thank you. It's very
or the people who come up and you need help. And they grabbed the most minute little fucking thing to fucking do.
I had a guy, so it was a big thing, but it had a lot of cords. And the guy's like, can I help? I'm like, sure. And he just grabs the cords so they're not dragging. And I'm like, fucking asshole. I'm like, just such a dickhead. But that's that's why, like, in all honesty, I think that's something that we forget about. Like, it's like you need to be physically active. You do have, like, for your own well-being, you have to.
Retirement is bad. Everybody wants to retire. I was a very active person. I was, I used to start up at 5 o'clock in the morning and run until 8, 9 o'clock at night. And that's including partying at the end of the night.
Yeah.
And it was, once I retired, it took a little bit of time, but I admit I got lazy. I'll pay a motherfucker to do simple shit that I know I can do,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But then again, in doing that, you end up like I am right now, fucking exhausted. Because I had to cut. Well, first, I got a carport in my driveway. I have my old Corvette under there that I'll hopefully get the working on. But I built the carport around it. And I noticed a few days ago that there was it looked like a branch was starting to come off one of the trees, and it was cutting up the tarp on the carport.
Yeah.
So before it got through, I have a double tarp. So before it got through the second tarp, figure, all right, I'm gonna get the fucking dead branch out of the way, and we'll be fine. So I go to look at the fucking tree, and the tree is pointed, like the tree is pointed this way. My carport is here. My Harley Davidson is next to the carport. My sunroom is right next to that, to my house. So this tree, it's not just the branch about to fall. It's the tree about to fall on the fucking house. And the branch was just, hey, I'm putting my arm down. I'm putting my arm down. So in order for that to drop in the opposite direction, luckily, thank God, when in my younger days, I was a foreman for a tree cutting service. Old school fucking guys who used to cut down the trees. So they taught me a few things. But I was able to cut it on the bottom to stand it straight up. Now, most people would be able to they'd say just grab a truck or whatever and pull it. Can't do it fast because that fucking thing, if you pull it too quick, it snaps back. There went my fucking carport and my Harley. Might have saved the house, but I'm still fucking shit up.
Yeah.
So what you got to do is, before you even think about tying anything off to a vehicle, you need to grab you a few ropes and a few ratchet straps. And as you can notch it out slowly, you got to go on the other side and fucking manhandle these ropes and tie it tight and put tension. Dude, 3 fucking ropes. Just to stand it straight up and down. Because once it was straight up and down, then I could put the rope on the upper part of it
and pull it.
Pull it with the truck.
Yeah. Bro.
And luckily I dropped it exactly where I needed it to drop. But dude, I'm fucking, and then I had to cut up that big motherfucker.
So hey, my neighbor next door, so the other side of the house, he has a tree at the front of his house and it's growing. So the problem is it's planted right at the house. So he's like, that's a problem. It hasn't damaged anything, but at some point it's going to. So we might as well kill it, right?
The front corner of my house, a big fucking pine tree.
So this one is probably about 8 inches.
Oh, that's a little one.
Yeah. Well, so at the bottom it's probably about 12, and then it splits off to 2 8s. So one is going straight up and is rubbing his roof. And you can, like, it's damaged the wood and everything. And I'm like, all right, that's a problem. But the other one essentially goes out a little bit and then goes right in front of my bay window. And he goes, I want to take this tree down. I'm like, all right, let's do it. He goes, the guy to take it down wants $600. I'm like, that's a lot. I'm like, it's your tree. So
that is fucking cheap. That is fun, dude. Well, maybe it's just because the position, like the one that I have in front of my house, it's right at my, like if I'm looking out my front door, it's right at my fucking right corner of the house. So not only is that fucking up the roof, I got foundation issues that are going to be coming. And them roots are fucking up the drains that are down below too.
100%. Yeah.
Problem is 3-4 foot onto the other side of the tree is the neighbor's house. This tree is so long that if you drop it at my house, it is going to end up across the street in the fucking the golf course.
Fuck, bro.
First estimate just to top it was $4,000.
Oh, why? They need a lift or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
This tree is fucking huge, dude. It's
that's why.
like Jesus fucking was like this tree.
Hey, those are the ones.
And like the fucking base of it, it's at least it's.
Oh, you're fucked.
Yeah. It's a bit.
Oh,
The one I cut today was about 10 inches around with an electric chainsaw, no less.
There's okay. Have you seen the guys who chop wood on fucking social media? They just chop wood. One guy, he tests out axes and stuff, and I'm just like, number one, fuck you, bro, because he's got great hair and he's pretty, and he's like, got some tattoos, and he's like, yeah, he's in great shape, and women are just like drooling on him. I'm like, you know what, go fuck yourself, bro. Okay, I want a lumberjack who looks like he's part mountain,
like you. The lumberjack looks like you.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if you twisted up your mustache and put a fucking red Scully on, you would look like Yukon Cornelius. Or Yukon, whatever the fuck his name is. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, you asshole.
Just like Yukon Cornelius, man.
Buster Cheeks music. We are talking about physical activity and fitness, I guess, just how it changes over the span of life. Listen, that's the thing is, like, this tree, like your tree, you're fucked.
I got one there in the corner that I said, and I have one that's over on the other side of my driveway that I know is going to be a problem. I did have a third one, but it fell. It felt like, I don't know if lightning hit it or whatever, but from the root behind my shed, it goes fucking 3 neighbors' yards back. But luckily, it's inside the fucking like wood line. So, hey, that's nature.
That's fine. So, okay, what about the ideal routine? So I've been trying this too with Mike Menser is number one, was a great bodybuilder and stuff, but he would train people, and he's like, his thing is you only need a couple of exercises. You go until you can't go anymore, and that's it. Just stop. And I'm like, so I use his technique for stuff. And also he does stuff like holding weight instead of lifting weight. And like, cause a lot of the growth of muscles is not about repetitive behavior. That builds strength, not growth of muscle. And remember, like, that's the thing a lot of people don't realize is that it worked really. Oh, that's awesome, bro. Static holds. Yeah. So like I do some of that stuff, but I'm trying to just maintain the muscle I have and build some strength as opposed to building, because I'm too big as it is. I barely fit in car. Like, bro, do you remember the first time I came down and I jumped in your car and you're like, can you fucking move over? I'm like, I'm at the window. I'm just big.
That's why I never could understand how you fit in Cole's car.
I turned sideways.
That looks like you could have stuck your head out of the sunroof, put your feet through the bottom, and just walked away with it.
When we had the Nissan Versa, I was like, listen, if it had a moonroof, I could have stood up and wore it like a dress. It was a tiny little thing. Hey, what's up, Crystal? But yeah, so it's like trying to figure out, because there's a lot of Dino daily drives. I've been in a Miata once in my entire life. And bro, so my buddy, it was his sister's car. He brought it to high school and was taking people on drives or anything. Now, a Miata is gutless, okay? It was like if you bought the low-level Z3, it looked beautiful, was not fast.
I never understood what people saw in the fucking Miatas, man.
So
you could rub them on the carpet and they'd go.
Oh, yeah. It was, and not even the fast one. Like, you just, okay, so he was like, hey, he was taking people rides, and at that point I was bigger than I'm right now, I weigh less than I did in high school. So at that point I was probably around 340 pounds. I got in, and bro, he had to rev the engine so hard just to get us moving, and I was so embarrassed because everyone was standing around. I was like, God damn.
Dude, I had a buddy of mine. I had just got this fucking Ford Explorer. It was like I had the big monster truck wheels on it and the fucking ram bar in the front, and it was dropped down, so it looked like kind of like them old school derby cars, like they used to have, like Scooby-Doo and shit, like the death races and shit. Kind of looked like one of them. I had the fucking lights on the front, the big smiley face lights, but I had I had blackouts on them, so it looked like they were mean eyes.
Oh, so hold on. They're the greatest sports car. That's not true. Let's just stop there, Buster Cheeks. But he goes, best handling, lightest chassis ever. You can floor it. So I would challenge you with a Eagle Talon or the what was the Mitsubishi Eclipse?
The Chevy Chevette.
No, maybe not a Chevette, but like, do you remember the 6-cylinder Cavalier that you could get?
Yeah,
that was a fast. My buddy had one. That was yeah, and it was a fast little fucking beater. Like it wasn't, and actually the one he had was DSMs are really sick, but they're not even in the same class brand. Yeah, so but the Talon, my brother had it was a Talon TSI turbo all-wheel drive. And that thing, he could change lanes like this.
Yeah, the Talons were made by Jeep. Eagle
yeah.
Made by Jeep.
And then the Eclipse. Mitsubishi made the Eclipse, which is the same car, but yeah.
My cousin had the old school Eclipse, the one that looked like the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to love pimping that thing.
Bro, that's the thing is that my problem with the Miata was that like if you're just cruising, it's great. Because you have convertible and everything. I have actually a friend of ours. She has a new Lexus convertible, the LS. Bro, it is a beautiful car, and I'm just like, I don't know. I've heard people have mixed reviews on them, but I'm just like, it's
because all they are is the luxury Toyotas.
Oh, yeah, what, bro? You know, there's no such thing as Lexus in Japan, right? It's just all Toyota. Yeah. Same with Acura. No, there's just Hondas. That's it. There's no
other Mazdas or Fords.
Now, yeah, Mazda isn't made by Mazda.
All the way back to the
really?
early 90s. Yeah, dude. The Ombre was the same thing as the fucking Rangers.
The same, but yeah, the Miata was gutless, but that's the fun. I mean, you know what? There is something like I do laugh. Like I had a buddy who had a Tercel, and he call it what did he call it? Blue Bullet or something? Because it was baby blue, and he put a 5-inch cherry bomb on the back. Okay, yeah, and you're like, so you could hear this thing. So he had to flare out. And it was essentially this cherry bomb, the 5-inch cherry bomb in his car, was held on. Like he tried to flare out the tube. The exhaust tube was maybe 1.25 inches. Okay, maybe. Yeah. So he was like, "I'll flare it." I'm like, "You can't flare it that much, bro. That's not." So it was flared, broke, exhaust tape all over it, and I'm like, you could hear him literally. So his house was probably about a kilometer down the street from our high school and then into another like a crescent. He would start his car as soon as he got onto the main road, which wasn't even a main road, it was like a suburb main road. You could hear him coming. And I'm just like, bro, you got to stop with that. He's like, it's not against the law. I bought a Canadian Tire. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. That was the best part is it was a peppy little car and it was manual too. So we would floor it and like you're not getting very fast, but it's also like worst case scenario, I strap it to my back and I run into the forest. It's a fucking tiny car. Who gives a shit?
Well, like I was saying with the Explorer, I just got this fucking thing and I went to go pick up my dude BG, who is probably about your size at your biggest, maybe a little bit bigger, and maybe about 6 inches shorter than you.
Woo, so he's a circle.
Yeah. It's like my brother, but he's always been a big dude. That's why they call him BG, big guy. But he gets into my fucking Explorer, dude. Dude, as soon as he closed the door, boom, seat broke backwards.
Oh! I've done that before. I've broken seats like that.
But
I was like, oh, let me just stretch it.
Same dude back in high school. His dad bought him, and his dad was a great dude. His dad was the biggest fucking asshole you could ever meet in the world. He was a great fucking dude. He bought him what is it? The Honda Accord. Was that no? It was a Civic. Isn't the Civic smaller? The smaller one?
Yeah, Civic smaller.
But BG poured himself into this car. Like his top gut and his titties was up on the steering wheel like a fat black woman. And he would lean forward and go flying a whole fucking 55 mile an hour down the road. And he would go, BJ, what the fuck are you doing? This is my race car.
Bro. That's this is the thing, is that like, you know how many times I remember a buddy of mine, he hadn't seen me when I first lost the weight. He hadn't seen me in months. So I show up, he's like, "What the fuck's the rest of you?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I lost a bunch of weight." He's like, "Congratulations." We're talking, I'm joking, we're laughing. We get into his car. I walk around, I get in, and he starts laughing hysterically. And I'm like, I haven't said anything funny, so I don't know what the fuck you're laughing. He's like, that's the first time you've ever. So he has a Nissan Rogue. No, yeah, a Rogue. He goes, that's the first time you've ever gotten in my car, and it didn't like. And I was like, that's rude. That inappropriate. He's like, it's fucking accurate though, you fat fuck. And I'm like, I'll give you that. That's fair. Yeah. It's for a few years the fastest car on the road, of course, was a Civic. Bro. I've seen guys. Okay, there was a video. They were doing like a documentary on street racing around here. And the thing is, so a Civic, the cool thing about a Civic is you can do endless amounts of shit to it.
Right.
That's the advantage.
Nothing done to this, but a fat kid put on the driver's seat. I'm just letting y'all know now. I mean, I'll never forget the day when the tranny started going, and BG looked at me and was like, "Why is the tranny going?" Really?
Because it's way down. It keeps on trying to turn into you. Yeah, no, it's fine. But yeah, so there were a few guys at school that would do stuff to their Civics and stuff, and they were fast. But there was a couple of guys that would chubby driver mode. Bro, even so, I have a Cadillac CTS, which is a small Cadillac, but it's the 2004, so it's not as small as the ones right now, or like it's not as small as an ATS or anything like that. But at my fattest, I honked the horn a couple times just by laughing, and I was just like, ha! I'm like, motherfucker. People were amazed. Like, bro, I got into that car. I'm like, yeah, I had to. There were issues on 2 tires. I had to keep on switching the back and forth because I'm like, yeah, no, I'm wearing down these ones. But yeah, so good left turns.
Getting back to what we were talking about the physical activity, I noticed like one of my biggest issues though. Once I get into work mode, like I can't get out of it. Like no. You know, I did the whole tree thing. I wanted to lay down. I couldn't fucking lay down. I sat, smoked a little bit, took a shower, and then I came into the studio and set up, and I started cleaning it in the studio and shit. My leg is jumping like I did a line of coke. Like it's just, and the bad thing is, exhausted as I am, I probably won't get to sleep until probably midnight.
So this is one of those things where, like, because I don't work a normal like job or anything like that, people are like, "Oh, we're gonna have a long day today," and I'm like, "You're gonna have a long day. I'm not doing this. Let's get the fuck out of here," right? But like that's the same way as like if I'm actively doing stuff, I'll go. I just won't stop until someone says, "Oh, we got to stop." Okay, that's fine. But if it's one year, I was at that same Christmas thing that we were setting up. We had to move a bunch of Christmas trees that they were like still wrapped and everything, which is a horrible fucking thing. But it's then just going back and forth with Christmas trees, just nonstop until we were done. And there's like 300. Reading print on page helps. Really? I didn't know that. I gotta try that. Dino looks like Louis C.K. Not as ginger, but yeah.
No, that's Yukon Cornelius.
Yeah. If I put on my YouTube too, it's a black one, but yeah. It's still I look the same. But yeah, no, it's once you've worked it like laboriously, like a physical stuff, you can do it. That face has Louis C.K. I don't know about that. Sure, why not? I don't think I'm as freckled, but you know, whatever. Yeah, it's hard to stop. It's hard to get out of that funk because you're like, it's also too. I tried to explain to somebody was if you work with your mind all day long, you have to work out first thing in the morning. Because at the end of the day, your brain is exhausted and it won't do anything. But if you work in a physical job, your brain can push your body further after the physical job. Whereas at the end of the day of working with your mind, your mind's like, oh no, we're not doing fuck all for the rest of the day, and you're like, and just watch TV,
Start
right?
missing exits on the fucking freeway.
Oh yeah. Oh, bro, it's one of those things where like even for myself, if I work out, so I've been trying to alternate that I'll do weights one day and then I'll stretch the next. So I try and stretch every day, even a little bit, and do like a core workout and stuff. Because the more core activity I do, like leg raises and like dead bugs and stuff like that, the more or the less likely I am to throw out my back. Which is the weird thing is they're like, yeah, the stronger your core is, the stronger your back is, and I'm like, that doesn't make no fucking sense, but. Then I found out that apparently if you have lower back issues, it may have nothing to do with your back. It actually has to do with your hip. No, well, your shoes and your hips. Like apparently hip issues cause a shit ton of fucking lower back issues. And I'm like, who fucking made this body? God damn it. And you're like, oh, if your finger hurts, punch your nose.
Like, right there. That's that Greek engineering.
I don't know. It's a weird thing but yeah, so I'm trying to work out and stretch one day. The next day I just stretch and then I'll try and walk around or do stuff like that. But now it's fucking cold out, so I'm not walking anywhere. I want to get one of those pads that you can walk on. I went and I looked at it and I was like, all right. Yeah. And I'm like, I was okay with it. I took Victoria to go see it, and I'm like, all right, I want you to try because I want her to do it too. Bro, did not go well. I'm like, all right, you'll kill yourself. We can't do that. Forget that. She's just not. And I'm like, okay, you're not.
Why don't you just use your I never understood that.
What?
You're gonna go out your house. You probably walk down the steps downstairs. You're gonna walk down steps out your front porch. You're gonna get into your vehicle, probably step up to get into your vehicle. You're gonna get to wherever you're going to go buy this thing, probably step up on the curb. You're walking towards it. You got steps, motherfucker. The fuck did you buy more steps for?
I'll tell you why, is because if I want to walk a lot, I need something to do. Otherwise, I get bored.
Put a TV
right?
on your fucking staircase.
Yeah, that's not going to help me. I don't have a good line of sight to the TV from the stairs. It's not. Yeah.
See, what you need is those new eyeglasses, or the I guess eyeglasses, but eye with the eye, not an eye with an EYE. Like they show the fucking thing
yeah. Like a heads up display kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, I would be okay with that, but I'd rather just get one of those walking pads because then I can just plop it in front of the TV and just walk for 3 hours while I'm watching Lord of the Rings. I don't give a shit.
Walk in front of the TV right now without that pad.
Because I'll wear through the floor, bro. Okay. So the weird thing is that the most of the house isn't too creaky, but I'm like, it's an old fucking house. Like there's a box beside the side door where people used to deliver milk.
Put your right foot out, put your right foot in, you're in the basement.
Bro, there's been a couple times where I'm like, I like being in the basement just because I know the floor is cement. That's like, I like living in a condo because the floor is cement. And people are like, oh, it's wood, it's fine. And I'm like, I don't think you understand how much damage.
Have you ever Griswolded in an attic?
Yeah.
Went straight through the fucking ceiling, stuck there. Yeah, I've done it.
No, I didn't get stuck there. I did not. That's the problem.
I went through and I got stuck. Like bottom half was dangling in the house, upper half fucking cobwebs and darkness.
Bro, that's my mom did that. Bro, it is not like I don't mind being up high like in a building, don't care. On the ledge, don't care. On fucking like scaffolding where it's not secure, I'm like, I have a big problem. In a tree, yeah, I got a big problem.
Yeah,
on a roof of a house, get fucked. Okay.
All the side work I've ever done in my life was all and I'm afraid of heights. Dude, I fucking hate that. That's why, like, I had to be stone to do it because I'm more afraid of being broke. But I mean, that's one of the worst deals that I ever had to do. Like, I was helping a buddy of mine tie back his house. He was putting new siding and shit on there, and we had to build the scaffolding. He had steel scaffolding, but he did not have anything close to level ground. And the only thing that
No.
level the scaffolding was rocks and stones.
Oh, get the fuck out.
And nothing was chained to the house or nothing. Dude, you want to talk about some scary fucking shit? And being at the top of that motherfucker and trying to reach over the scaffolding and you're stapling the Tyvek to the side of the fucking house.
No, I don't.
There, that or I used to do remodeling in Columbus at one of the hotels down there. And me and the other kid had our job for the next day was to paint the fascia on the roof of the
Yeah.
hotel. About 50 foot in the air, maybe a little bit higher. But the roof was kind of flat, so you could walk out, but you kind of had to hang over with the rappelling gear to fucking paint. Well, the idiot that I was with kept cracking jokes. Oh, me and Mark are gonna bungee jump off the side of the building afterward, this and that, all this stuff.
Uh-uh.
So my boss, to be a dick, took all the rappelling gear and left. Well, yeah, it was 90s.
Yeah. What's
and
OSHA?
he left us with one. I don't know, it was maybe a 4-foot nylon band with 2 steel buckles on it. Yeah, he didn't think we were gonna get the job done. He left this fucking, this up to 2 stoners who are very, oh fuck, we ain't gonna get, we're not gonna not get paid.
Yeah.
So what we would do is we strapped the fucking cord to each one of our ankles, and one of us dangled over upside down to paint it until all the blood rushed in their head. Then I'd pull Sean up, and then Sean would dangle me over, and yeah, we got the job done,
Bro. Okay. Thank you for the Buster Cheeks. Wonder Boy Thompson is good. I just actually pulled it up and subscribed to his channel. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. I can rappel. I can do roofs. Can't do ladders. So this is the thing is I have like 3 ladders outside, and I'm like, they're all rated for like 200 pounds. And I'm like, yeah, I haven't been 200 pounds since like
what you do
grade
is you take
6
2 ladders and you put them
That's
together.
not how that works, and you know it, okay?
Put on each ladder. Now you got a 400-pound ladder.
Well, this is the thing. So my buddy Rob came over. He was visiting. He goes, and we were talking about because he helped his father-in-law do his gutters. And I'm like, oh, I got to do that, but I'm still too fat. I either got to save up for a ladder because so the 400-pound ladder is like fucking $400. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not paying that money. But I'm like, I can lose weight, and that costs me nothing. So I'm going to try and lose weight because I'm like, listen, if it's a 200-pound ladder at my size, I turn that into a post. I step on the fucking crossbars, and he just quick and just folds in.
The aluminum cans that you crush to go recycle.
Yeah, no, thank you. Ladders tie your legs up and are standing on tape. Oh, bro, ladders are not fucking safe. Okay, and that's
I fell off of a 50-foot ladder before. I got taken out by a bumblebee on that same hotel that we were working on.
I knew a guy, my dad's best friend when we were younger. He passed away years ago, but he was an electrician by trade, but he also he built his own house. I don't know if you guys have this like Viceroy Homes where it's kind of like when you could buy houses from Sears. They just ship you all the parts and you just put it together.
Back in the day, they used to have
right.
a couple of them houses in Camel, but I've never seen anybody put them together. But there are a couple of them around, yeah.
So this guy fucking would do that, but we would essentially my dad would trade like machining work for his electrical work, and they would just like barter system kind of thing, right? So because he had farmland and stuff, so he's like, oh, if something broke, bring it to the shop, we'll fix it, weld it, machine it, new parts, whatever. We could build everything we need. So I saw him, he was doing drywall, and then he goes, he's like, oh, it's okay. We're like, okay, come down. We're going to move the ladder. He's like, oh, it's fine. And he just started walking with the ladder. And I'm like, stop fucking doing that, bro. And he's like, why? What's the big deal? I'm like, you're going to die. He's like, nah, it's fine.
When I used to do concrete and block laying and shit, the old timers used to do that shit.
Yeah.
You used to scare. And that's another thing. going up scaffold. You ever see the block layers take brick fronts up a scaffold?
Bro.
Dude, it's fucking. I had to do that for a summer, dude.
Oh,
My god, my god, that was dude. My summer of doing the cement work was one to remember, man. I mean, that I gained a lot of my bulk and my core strength from that. Because I mean, I was carrying buckets of fucking cement across the wood plank, and you had to get it had to be the right mix. You ever have a fucking pallet of fucking cement thrown back at you by an old Italian man?
It's not good. Hey, so a ladder stole my bike and kicked my dog. My wife. Yeah, fuck ladders. I watched 2 fucking wops. It was a 2-story home. The guy would stack 10 bricks.
Yeah.
Catch them, move them. And I'm going, number 1, do 5. Why are you doing 10? Get the fuck out of here. Number 2, what on fucking planet Earth are you doing, you crazy ass? What fucking Cirque du Soleil shit is that?
I seen him toss up, I don't know how many, but the dude who was receiving them had a brick in each hand. So when they came up, he smacked the bricks in. But we had these things like, I don't know who made this torture device or how. Like, obviously, it had no kind of OSHA certification or whatever. I don't know where they invented this shit, but it was like you put 5 bricks in a row.
Yeah,
and then it was like almost sort of like a clamp, but it was a gravity clamp. So you put it down, and when you lifted the hammer, it squeezed everything together. Now you had to hold one of those in your arm and climb like fucking Donkey Kong up scaffolding, and each set had to have a particular amount. So once you went to the first level, and I mean, you don't start at the top and work down. You start at where they're at. So they're on the bottom. So you got to drop maybe 15, 20 bricks there. Then you got to go to the next level, 15, 20 bricks. Then the next level, 50. And we didn't do little tiny homes. We didn't, if you got a brick front, you're in a condo, you're in a gated community type deal. Yeah, dude. That was worse than my fucking summer of roofing.
Roofing. That was one of those things where, like, watching people do that kind of shit, you're like, because there's a video of 2 bodybuilders trying to do what a guy who moves cement. He works in a cement factory. Okay. So this guy reaches down and grabs 5 bags of cement, which you're like, 5 bags of cement is a lot. That's 250 pounds. Like, yeah, it's 250 pounds is a lot. Okay. And he starts carrying it. These bodybuilders who we're talking about easily had fucking 100 pounds on him. Okay. Could barely do 3. And you're going, and he grabbed it and started walking. These guys just picked it up and they're like, oh, fuck you. I'm not doing that. And they're like, yeah, no, it's not that the amount of strength you get from those daily activities. Like, bro, lifting bricks. Dude, I knew a guy who did like interlocking outside. Small guy, wiry, very thin, muscular, but his hands were the only time where I was like, what the fuck? Because they were almost as big as mine, and I got fucking giant, ridiculous clown hands, right? Y'all know any good movies? I'm looking for one where the judge doesn't take your kids and give your wife everything in the divorce and charge you monthly for it. Bro!
Terrifier.
Yeah, that's
all the women get murdered. Terrifier.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's very little conversation, a lot of happy endings. It's great. No, it's
like what else was a bad one that I did? The roofing thing, man. I did that with my brother Joey. Now my brother Joey, in his heyday, Joey is maybe 3 inches shorter than I am. But in his he was a boxer, so my size. Joey used to be Cock Diesel.
Yeah,
and of course, not to be shown up by my big brother. Joey used to carry 4 fucking things of shingles up a fucking ladder. Did it one job, Dino. I did it one fucking job. I did it. I wasn't no bitch, but legs rubbery as fuck, making it up there. I ain't no bitch. I ain't no bitch. That was the last fucking job I did roofing. I tell you that. Fuck that. Hey, and now these motherfuckers, I give it to like my son. One of my sons does roofing. Ginger in the middle of fucking July doing roofing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But you know, and it's still a hard job. But now
Yeah.
they got rooftop delivery. They just dropped the fucking shingles. There is no more
Yeah.
carrying up the ladder. I feel like these youngins need to earn their stripes.
This is the weird thing is like you see how people do it differently, and also like seeing how other countries do things is very interesting. But like that's the like I remember talking to a guy who was like he worked at a machine shop himself, and what they did was they just took scrap metal and essentially made their own gym. So at lunchtime everyone could work out, or after or before, whatever. And one of the supervisors saw it and says, "No, you got to get rid of this." They're like, "Okay." So they just disassembled everything and marked where it was. 2 days later, I put it back together. They're like, "Get the fuck out of here, bro." Just and you go, but that's the thing is like you're having extra stuff around, and like when you're moving weight. I remember my dad was giving me shit because I had just gone on delivery and brought stuff, and I dropped off the invoice to the office. And as I'm walking back, my dad's like, "Oh, now you got to walk back to go get the crane. Why are you wasting time?" I'm like, "I don't need a crane." So I grabbed a tube axle onto my shoulder and walked it over to the fucking welding area. And he just saw me lift it and was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "I don't need it." Boom, and start walking. And I'm like, so if you don't know what a tube axle is, it is probably about 5 feet long, cast iron, and probably about 8 to 10 inches wide with accoutrements. It is not light in any way, shape, of the word. But also, I'm, at that time I was a brick shit house. Now I'm a shit brick house. But
now, on the other hand, I will admit, as much as I can't stand the fucking cunt, my fucking my oldest kid's mom,
yeah,
fucking Julie, that bitch was built like she was German built.
oh,
That's old fucking Nazi stock right there, dude. Like old school iron, don't rust. Like,
yeah.
and I've told this story before. Like when she was pregnant with my daughter Maria, my first child, I was my brother was moving stuff into his new house, which was 2 houses up from my mom's house.
Right.
There was at least a 20-foot staircase
Right.
from the bottom up to the top. It was like one of them. Once upon a time, I guess there was dirt around there or whatever, but the whole bottom was, exposed. Weird setup.
Yeah.
Anyways, there was a big long set of steps. I helped with a few things, and I'm sitting on the front porch of the house next door, rolling a blunt, drinking a 40.
As
My
one
brother
does.
Louis comes around the corner, says, Mark, come here. What the fuck is this bitch doing? Come here. I come around the corner. Julie has a full-size fucking old school refrigerator. Full size. On her fucking back. And she got like 4 steps more to go up into the goddamn house. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, I got
the fridge.
Up. Whatever. I walk right back to the front of the
Yeah.
house.
You can't. Okay.
I want nothing to do with it.
When she pushed during delivery, the kid hit terminal velocity. No, she walked in, lifted one leg, smacked it, and was like, "All right, good game, everybody. High five." That's it. It was very quick and easy. Yeah.
And look, my daughter Maria ain't no joke neither.
Hey man, listen. There is something like so I'm okay. This is one of the things. The reason why I came up with this idea to talk about like physical activity and fitness and all that kind of shit was we're watching a show on Netflix called Physical Asia. Okay. And so one of the guys is a baseball player from Japan, and he's my height. Okay. Which most of the guys are not very big, but some of them are. So
Yeah.
we've seen him in other things, and his name he goes by Superman, right? No, it's not Yao Ming, no. So sure enough, Victoria's like, "Oh, but he's really old," and I'm like, "He's a year younger than I am." And Victoria's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So yeah,
really. Wait a minute. He's in top peak performance condition, but he's really old. So you're young. She assumed you were younger, and that had something to do. Like you got your time, Dino. You can get there. You can get there.
And this guy is like, and also like he's in great shape. He's
they're all
but bro, like that's the thing is, I'm looking at him, and these guys are like all of them have abs. Even the fat guys he looks old. Yeah, okay, Victoria. Just trying to dig out. You're like, yeah, no, that's fine. German women, yes, are physically able to handle many things, but also while still able to look good. I mean, Sasha, that's factual. It's honestly, it is one of those things where people. I had somebody who was like, you should go to like Northern Europe just to walk around because I'm tiny, and they're like, the women will dwarf you, and I'm like, I'm down. I just want to see a bunch of tall people. Like, fuck, I'm little. It's great. I gotta see like from the different side.
Just a woman walking up on you and looking down on you, titty on your forehead. Me want snoo.
Bro, I've seen a couple ladies that were tall like me, and I was just like, it was a weird experience because I'm just like, is life weird for you too? They're like, oh yeah, and I'm like, oh okay, cool. I met a girl who was 6'10", and bro, I was just like, that's a huge bitch. Like I was just, and she was like, that's rude, and I'm like, nah, I'm enthralled. Like you're awesome, and she was like, thanks, and I'm like, nah, it's fucking cool. I'm like, I always like another guy that's tall, and I'm like, I don't care. Seeing a woman that's tall, and I was like, you're a monster. I love it. Like I get why you only date women that can beat the shit out of you. That's 100%.
When back, what was it, early 20s, maybe right after me and Maria's mom broke up, I was seeing this girl Dana, and her best friend was this country girl named Rachel. Rachel was what, 6'3", between 6'3" and 6'5".
Jesus,
body like a brick shit house. Right. I mean, there was no fat on this girl, Dino. It was just pure thickness. Like, and they were all freaks. So I used to love why we used to all have sex in one room. So like, I used to watch my dude fucking this chick. Just keep your head down, bitch. Keep your head down. Like, talk about wanting to climb a tree.
Yeah, well, that's fair. German bench press world record for a woman is 404. Jesus Christ, bro. I've never been able to bench much, but I'm like, I can bench probably like 200 pounds. It's not like I can lift a person off of me. It's not a big deal.
My highest weight that I ever benched, and I got it twice, was 350. And that was in my max heyday, modeling, working crazy out. Like 350, down, up. Get this motherfucker away from me before it falls on my head.
I had my oldest brother's best friend, or second oldest brother's best friend. He's 5'5" and 195 pounds, ripped. Not ripped, but like lean. Like you could see abs, but he's not cut. And that was the first time I ever got lifted up. So we were play fighting. He grabbed my jeans and lifted me off the ground. And I was like, whoa. He's like, what? And I'm like, you can't do that to me. He's like, I can't. And he was just like, I can. I'm like, no. If I fall, we're both dead. He was like, I didn't think about that. I'm like, that's fine. He benches 400, full set.
Yeah, that was the way my brother Joey was. Joey was going for a competition for a while. I think his max was about 455, somewhere around there. But I watched like my brother Joey is, he's like God's fucking joke to the world. He's fucking 5'5", cock diesel, fucking ripped, dumb as a box of rocks. I mean, you can straight control him like you're a Jedi, dude. The only time I used to ever take him out with me is when I knew I was going to be in a fight. Dude, and no lie, I was up on the south side one time, and there was a dude we've just been having words back and forth, and I heard he was talking shit. Dude was bigger than me. I didn't give a fuck. But I knew he had more friends at the bar that we were going to. Yeah. So, Joey, come on, we're going to go have a few beers. Dude, man, I never forget. I forget what the fucking dude said to me, but I had to, I ran from the one end of the pool table. Yeah. About second diamond, I jumped up to hit this dude in his fucking jaw. I hit him. He flew like there was a archway in the wall to go into the other half of the bar. Hit him. He went all the way through there, hit up against the bar. Now his boy was like maybe about 3-4 inches taller than I was. All right. Big round dude. He was a bouncer from the bar up the street. Yeah. He come at me. Dude, my fucking brother Joey, and I don't even know where the speed came from or what the fuck. He hit this big motherfucker so hard, Dino. Like his own momentum made him hit the ground and roll under the pool table. Like he literally rolled under the fucking pool table. I look at that dude. I was like, "Oh, we ain't playing no more."
Mike, you want to go more? Hey, it's that kind of shit where people enter situations like that and they're like, I'm the biggest guy here. And I walked up and be like, oh, really? And they're like, Jesus Christ. And I'm like, just relax, bro. Just calm down. There were times I went, my nephew was partying with a bunch of people and he's like, hey, yo, come meet me here. And I'm like, all right. I go, I was at a function, so I was in a tuxedo. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll show up. So I show up in a tuxedo. I walk up to the bar. There's a bouncer at the door, and he looks me dead in the eye. I'm like, move. He's like, yes, sir. I just turned around, bro. I'm like, yeah. What do you just not? No. I'm like, number one, I'm in a tuxedo. Number two, I'll squash you. Don't even fucking like. That's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Where people are like, I'm the big shit, and I'm like, hey man, that was one guy who started a fight, and I went nipple to nipple with one hand. Just I put my arm and I go, hey man, I think you should cool down. And he looked down and was like, I think that's a good idea. I'm like, yeah, let's go have a drink. He's like, oh, let's go have a drink. Walk away. And you're just like, yeah, just fucking. That's the same thing. Like now where I don't feel very big, people are like, yeah, you're still fucking humongous. And I'm like, oh, okay, good. I just wanted to make sure nobody got any ideas that they wouldn't get their ass kicked. It's good. It's helpful.
I've been snatched up by a couple bouncers your size.
Bro.
I'll tell you what, it's kind of a warm feeling. I'm not gonna lie, because they grab you up, and I've never been the biggest motherfucker, so they kind of grab you up, and it's like a snuggie that's you from the bar. Like
you're like, I'm good. That's fine. Yeah,
I used to try to break away. I've seen the little scrawny mouth. I'm gonna fuck you. No, you're not. You're not. You have a nipple in the back of your neck right now. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, do you know? Okay, I forget what it's called, but do you know when you face off against somebody? So I'm facing this way, they're facing the other way. You have to keep your feet down on the ground. You grab hands and you try and wrestle each other. Right, okay, right. And first one to break their stance loses. So they were doing this in the physical Asia thing, and one of the guys is a strong man. So he's 6'4" and weighs 190 kilos. So he's like 400 plus pounds, and he's not fat. Like he's the same amount of fat that I am, but at 400 plus pounds. Okay. Do you know USB nice and add please at the end of your move request? I do. I'm like, excuse me. And I'm like, I need you to move, please. And people were like, well, what if oh yeah, I can move. Good. Thank you. And it's like, yeah, there you go. So, hey, they're doing this. And one of the guys it was like the last one. Hey, immediately just pulled him to the ground. Okay. And then he went and the guy fell to the ground and was like, I didn't even get a chance. Like I didn't even try. Like I had nothing. Hey, and then he grabbed him under his shoulders and just picked him up like a baby. And I'm like, yeah, that's that. And the other guy is like 6'3", 220 pounds, an MMA fighter with like a 23 win record. And he got picked up like a baby. He's like, what the fuck? He's got cauliflower ear on both ears. And he's like, what just happened? And he's like, yeah, no, it's not. It's just not.
I'll never forget fucking getting scooped once. Me and a bunch of my buddies got into this big bar brawl. It was like 10 of us, and we fucking took on the whole fucking bar. This one dude came at me, and I don't know exactly how I did it, but I ended up grabbing him by the back of his fucking head, and I smashed his face on the corner of the pool table. Yeah. So his face is just gushing blood.
Yeah.
I turned around. No sooner I don't even know who picked me up. Next thing, it was like a cartoon, dude. I saw my legs in the air. Like they were wiggling like a little kid, dude. Boom, I'm on the ground, and I'm still trying to figure out what happened. And like it's still like a cartoon, like when a fly sees that big foot coming towards their fucking face, boom, smashed right in the fucking.
Yeah. What just happened? Yeah.
Yeah, I was on top here for a minute. What the hell?
I don't. You know what? Actually, Sasha might remember this. We had a we had all the people from our church over, all the youth. We were having. They're like, "Oh, you guys are having a party?" We're like, "No, we're
Oh.
having a get together. Nothing big." We watched a movie. I think we watched A League of Their Own. We ordered pizza. It was fun. It was a great time. Everyone just hung out. We did a little.
Homosexual.
No, nobody was gay. Nobody was touching each other's wiener.
In the world, you guys are watching. Yeah.
League of Their Own is not gay. Hey, there's no crying in baseball. Anyways, so we were play fighting, and I had just started hitting a growth spurt. I was probably in grade 7, so I was probably around like 5'10", but I still did not know how to function properly. And my brother George, I grabbed him around the back, and he did ways and just fucking flipped me. Hey, feet in the air, bam, on my back. This is the only time it's ever happened. And I was just like, what the fuck just happened? How did that? We lived very simple lives back then. That's absolutely true. Ha ha ha. Yeah. KK. Thanks, Ryan. Really appreciate that. But yeah, bro, that was the only time that it happened. And I was just like, how? I can never let that happen again. Absolutely not. Because it was, like you said, you're just like, I'm doing something, and now I'm on my back. I'm like, what?
Yeah, dude, I didn't know. And then the bad thing was I popped up like nothing happened. Like I wasn't going to, take another foot. The first one was funny. The second one, that ain't going to be funny, motherfucker.
No.
And I went to go hit the dude, and my old lady at the time went to push the dude off me, and the timing was all wrong, so she took one to the ribs.
Oh my God. Oh, thanks, Ryan. Y'all could be a gay couple. It would get views. We're getting views as it is, sir. We don't need to pretend anything.
Yeah, you keep your homosexual tendencies to yourself there.
Tino and Marco, I'm doing something, and no, I'm on my. All right, sure. Anyways, that has been us talking about physical fitness, and we're both trying to be more active. Yeah, slowly. I'm doing a big push this winter to try and get.
I might start doing cocaine again just to get the rip back.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. Just a little bit. Yeah, never the tallest till grade 9. That's where Dino never was the tallest in the room till grade. Yeah. And then after that, I was in high school by grade 10. I wasn't the tallest, but I was the biggest guy in the school. One Dick
came in first.
One guy was bigger than me, and one time we did wrestling, and I destroyed him. I smacked the shit out of him, and I was just like, "Hey, man, we're not equals. You're big, but you're just a fat guy."
Who wrote macro?
She's that was Sasha. I believe she said no, Marco. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I figured that. I had to put my glasses on. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Marco. I meant that's fair. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, everyone, this has been fun. We are gonna go.
Hey, I can still make my titties jump though.
Yeah, me too. That's one thing. I'm like, I can do it to music. I'm like, listen, that's the difference between having titties and having pecs. I can move them, eat shit. So, but yeah, we're going to be back. I'm back on Sunday with Generation Dan, which is Marco's favorite show. He spends all of his time watching that. And then motherfucking Mondays on thing, and Morning Motivation Rant on Monday too.
Did you pick a movie for Monday?
I have not. So you've had very specific movies that we've watched on Monday. I don't know what you have. No, men's boobs are not to be seen. That's 100% true. Yeah. I have pecs. That's it. I don't have titties. I was even thinking about like Event Horizon, or have you ever seen what was the other one? In the Mouth of Madness?
I've seen it a couple of times. Me and Copenhagen. We could watch that. I mean, that's good because Copenhagen don't think I've watched it, but because I compared it to the movie Delirious with John Candy. You ever watch that?
No.
It's about John Candy is a writer for a soap opera, and you know he's got this thing for the head actress or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
and you know he's on this thing, and he's writing the stories, and then the producers are changing his stories. Well, then all of a sudden he's driving down the road, and he ends up in the street or in the town that he writes about. And everything he types comes true and everything and all this other shit. And he becomes the person that, you know, that his main character in the thing and all that shit. To me, that's the same as the Mouth of Madness, only there's no killing in it. Well, no, there's a couple gunshots, but it's not like a gory killing. There's just like a soap opera, bang, oh my goodness, you know, type deal.
All right. So Monday movie night, we are watching In the Mouth of Madness. I want to watch the Nuremberg. Oh yeah, no, I definitely want to watch Nuremberg. I'm gonna go see that. I might go see a couple movies when I'm in Florida, but I'm leaving next Friday, so yeah, I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff. So, yeah. All right. Anyways, everyone, have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, and we will be back in a couple of days. Later.
And it's like, I want to have a good relationship